The Howard Stern channels present the show that dares to enter the chaotic brain of the mad genius known as Sour Shoes.
Can you see the real me, Mother?
This is Embedded.
I'm embedded with John Lieberman. Ooh.
Welcome to Embedded with Sour Shoes, the series where we chronicle the remarkable life of the 41-year-old prankster, genius impressionist, and frequent caller to the Howard Stern Show, Sour Shoes. So far, we've spent a great deal of time dwelling on Sour Shoes' upbringing, but what about his love life? Will there ever be a Mrs. Sour? So in a quiet moment, I broached the potentially touchy subject.
When's the last time you had a girlfriend?
Well, there's friends of ours in town here. There's girls that are in my grade that I've been with, hung out with, but they see me more as I guess like a brother kind of a thing. They're not really attracted to me in that way.
And while a guy who showed up to the Howard Stern Show birthday bash in pajamas, winding up in the dreaded friend zone isn't exactly surprising, I wanted to know just how much experience Sour had in the past.
Have you had sex?
No.
Never had sex. So you're truly the 40-year-old virgin.
Yes. But I like it that way. I want to see how long I can hold out.
But you like women.
Mm-hmm.
So if you find the right woman, then you will have sex with her.
I guess so, yeah. But you don't even need to do all that. It could just be touching and breathing that can be all you need, especially if they're taking control.
So how does a healthy, red-blooded adult male handle such a situation? I thought surely Sour must take matters into his own hands. But like many other aspects of Sour's life, his answer surprised me.
Do you masturbate?
No. But when I'm sleeping, it happens overnight.
So, wet dreams. So you don't masturbate and you haven't had sex, but you do have wet dreams.
I think so, yeah.
Do you look at porn?
No.
Not in magazines, internet?
No.
But you find women attractive?
Yeah.
Do you realize how talented you are?
No, not really. I still don't really know if it's a talent, but I guess you're all, implanted in what you're doing, and you've been around a lot of acts and things, and if you say so, I guess.
Do you want to be famous?
Not really. No. I don't care, whatever.
Sour's humble nature was refreshing and his lack of desire to be famous admirable. Yet I wanted to give the people who know Sour the best chance to comment on his talent. This is Sour's mother, Teresa.
Some will ask and have asked the question, with a guy who's as talented as he is, why isn't he a millionaire? Why isn't he out there, in Hollywood? Why do you think, Mom?
I think only he can really answer that himself. I think he's on a path. Part of it is that I don't think he realized how much he had to offer. Sometimes extremely talented people, and a mixture of that and being humble, they don't see what everyone else sees.
And while his mom's assessment of Sour's humble way of looking at things struck me as being right on the money, I discovered there might be another, more altruistic reason why Sour Shoes hasn't headed to Hollywood chasing fame. For more than 10 years, Sour Shoes has been helping take care of two autistic boys in his neighborhood. Sour's father, Frank, explains.
There is a commitment he has with these two autistic children that he's been for years now, almost over 10 years, right, Mike? Yeah. We got a Christmas card from him, and from one of the I think he's 18 years old, who's a wonderful boy, but has serious autism. He doesn't brag, but I'm sure he's gotten so much important issues out for these two people that he's with, and I don't think he wants to abandon them and and just leave them flat. But he really is impressed he's impressed them, he cares about them, and he's not one of these me people who wants to have $1 million. And that doesn't always, money doesn't make you happy. And there isn't a happier guy in the world than this guy, and he makes people happy.
While we listen to Sour's dad talk about his bond with the two autistic boys, I noticed Sour starting to tear up. After years of enjoying Sour's zany phone calls and merciless impression of one of my bosses, it was both shocking and amazingly touching to see this calm, heartfelt side of Sour Shoes.
You were tearing up, Michael, listening to your dad talk. What do those two autistic children that you take care of mean to you?
They're like my brothers. I never had little brothers. Just seeing how their mom and dad cares for them so much and wants them to accomplish the slightest little things, and just seeing how he wrote that Michael's starting to print a little bit better now, and how he was able to do his best printing when it was on the Christmas card, because he doesn't want to, at times he doesn't want to pick up a pen or pick up a pencil. He wants to just do his tapping, and I just keep working with him, and the fact that he was able to print my whole name, which he never really does, it just got to me.
When I started this assignment, I would have never guessed that selfless would be the word I would first use to describe Sour Shoes. So much of Sour's time and focus is spent helping those around him that I wondered what he would rather be remembered for: his legendary Stern Show appearances, or simply being a great guy.
How do you hope people remember you?
In 49 years, what would I hope how people will remember me? I guess somebody who was there for that particular someone at the time they really needed someone. Someone who's kind of unassuming, but maybe just there for someone when they really needed something the most, whatever that might be. And someone who, I guess, appreciated everything that was happening at the time and wasn't always on fast forward.
Beyond the comedic and juvenile veneer that is Sour Shoes rests a much more complicated and interesting man. And while a few grumpy fans sometimes wonder derisively how someone as talented as Sour could still be living at home, I got the sense that Sour was just fine in his little bedroom in the attic. Those close to him are quick to point out he's the happiest guy on earth. Instead of chasing the next big thing, he's satisfied with what he has. He wouldn't want to give up the home-cooked meals his mom makes, the close bond he shares with his dad, or helping others in need. So perhaps the question those few negative fans should be asking isn't what's wrong with Sour Shoes, but what's wrong with everyone else? I'm John Lieberman for Embedded.